Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It's a great honour to be here in my capacity as chair of the British Kashmiri Women Council. And as I'm here in this great house, the mother of democracy, I'm reminded of the words of one of its members, who is also a philosopher, Edmund Burke, who said the only thing necessary for triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. So when I look around, I see plenty of good people. I see good people who value good people who stand up for justice, good people who stand up for the oppressed, and good people who fight evil. And yet, I see too many people who are silent on the issue of Kashmir. Too many good people who shy away on Kashmir. Too many people who nod in the right places, but later you find that not all their nods meant that they actually agreed with you. It's been over 100 days of a curfew in a place restricting the entire population in occupied Jammu and Kashmir. And the silence of the international community is sickening. I would like you all to just close your eyes for just 10 seconds. And I want you to hear the sounds of bullets pounding down all around you, the screams of your children running for shelter, the arrival of your son at the front door with blood streaming down his face. You can't leave the house. You can't help anyone. No ambulance, no support for you or them. This is not, you can open your eyes now. This is not the first time. This is life as you know it. And that was just 10 seconds. Imagine 100 days dominated by that blood, fear, shock, anxiety, grief and sadness. Now imagine the last 80 years living in these stressful conditions. From the comfort of Britain, it's so difficult to even imagine that in Kashmir there are large numbers of women who are identified as half-widows. These women whose husbands are assumed dead but have no proof to show they actually are. Mothers have lost their sons, daughters have been raped, young women dare not step out of the house, women have been pushed out of employment by the fear and uncertainty created by this conflict. The failure of world leadership in safeguarding the rights of Kashmiris has resulted in a sad state of affairs, where being a young Kashmiri woman is perhaps the most perilous form of identity in the continent. World leadership has failed us, and the world's silence is penetrating. What is the outcry, the indignation, the protest? Where are the good people? The hope, the voice, the humanity. I think of that MP and philosopher once again who said, "Nobody made a greater mistake than he who did nothing because he could do only a little." And I want to leave you with 3 suggestions. Firstly, we cannot continue to talk amongst ourselves, amongst the converted, amongst our bradri and biryani roti clubs, and the mothers' cries are calling us to reach out. The children's innocent faces are calling us to reach out. The victims are bleeding for us to reach out. And we must reach out, not just for them, but to build a coalition of good people who are Hindus, Sikhs, Christians, Jews, people of all faiths, people of no faith, people of all backgrounds, people of all colour and of race. It is this coalition of good people that can bring change. This is not a Muslim issue. This is not a bilateral issue. This is a human rights issue, as well as the future of 13 million Kashmiris. Secondly, the evil cannot be defeated in one day or 1 month. We must pool our resources to establish a robust think tank to effectively campaign on the issue of Kashmir, and to publish reports, as Lord Gurban mentioned, to give a platform to the victims in Kashmir, and to actually hear the people of Kashmir, to lobby and work effectively, we need actions and a strategic follow-up plan. And finally, we must ask our MPs to continue to raise the issue of Kashmir in Parliament and to push our government to use its influence in India to bring about a real and lasting solution. We must learn from history. The solution to bloodshed is not more bloodshed. I started with Edmund Burke, so I'll end with that too. Those who don't know history are destined to repeat it. Thank you very much, please.